Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to another Drop Drive unboxing. So this is all of the extra add-ons, expansions, bonus stuff. So the only thing out of these that's 100% like Kickstarter exclusive is this little pack, and so we'll go over this towards the end. This has some bonus stuff for this and for Dungeon Drop. A couple of these are very limited. The Shipping Shenanigans box and the limited promo pack are limited editions. They may only make a couple of each one, so they'll be probably selling them through their store if they have extra, but it's kind of like once those are gone, they're gone. The other three things in here we have actually is we have the Space Starter Booster Pack, we have the Luxury Links, and the Upgrade Pack. Which I'm guessing they're all going to be available. They're just upgraded components for the game. Then the 5th Captain Pack and Strange Signals here are actually additional content. So this has 8 more anomalies. This has another character, some extra little bits and stuff like that as well. We will go through all of this in this video. And then we can kind of also, this also doubles as a storage box as well, which is really nice. And we'll kind of see how that works too. We'll kind of look at that a little bit. And then we will, if for whatever reason you haven't checked out parts 1 and 2, we go over, I went through all the rules of how Drop Drive is played. Kind of showed a little bit of the gameplay. Spread it on the table. You can kind of see I have the playmat and stuff set up behind me. Or behind all the boxes. And then video 2, we actually went through all the different cards and components. So this one might be a little bit longer video, not for sure, depends on how long it takes to kind of go through some of this. But we'll definitely go through all of it. And then we'll do one more video afterwards where I'm going to show how to kind of do the storage between the different boxes and with and without sleeves and that stuff. So if you're interested in that stuff, that would be the video to check out. And I'll have links in the description for all of those. Alright, so let's jump into this and see what we all have. So first thing we want to let's just go over some of the component pieces first and get them out of the way. The first thing we have in the back here is our Galaxy playmat. So this is a big, giant, extra neoprene playmat that you can get if you just want, you'll kind of like have it look like a galaxy underneath wherever you're playing. Then we also have these extra space walls. So you get 3 of those in a pack. I think they're sold separately than the mat, but you almost want to buy both of them, but you don't have to necessarily. And just to kind of show off a little bit of a difference is, so in the base game you get one of these folding ones, which is going to basically work the same way. It's just, you only get, I think you get 2 of these, you get 3 of these. So you get 3 of these, and they're trifold ones, so they're going to still be roughly the same area, but, like, you're going to end up having to, like, space them out a little bit more. These, I think, they're a little bit more durable cardboard. So, is it a necessary upgrade? No, these will work just fine for what you're trying to do. Definitely go ahead and keep those. Other thing that's really cool about these is they kind of have a little bit of texture and foilies on them, so you kind of set the ship a little bit there. The rock sticks out just a little bit. They just added a little bit of extra flair to this, so it's like really cool for that. And then they are double-sided as well. Same picture. But that's a really neat little thing. But then each one of the 3 look like they have different artwork on them as well, which is really neat. I think they're the same artwork as they are on these. Eventually, we'll get, like that's the asteroid side. The other one probably has a very similar thing. But yeah, so that's definitely cool. So you can pick that up if you want. You want to have a little bit sturdier walls up there. They'll stand a little bit better by themselves, and a playmat. But again, neither one of those are required. They're just upgraded stuff. That's why I want to look at all this upgrade stuff first. I'm going to tilt my camera back down a little bit. Maybe even lock it into place so it doesn't fall over. So the first one we're going to look at is our deluxe upgrade pack. This is going to have just a bunch of extra stuff in there. Again, none of it's necessary. These actually open from the back side. Took me a minute to figure this out when I was looking at them before. But what we are going to get is, first of all, we are going to get brand new planet cards. These are technically, you said they're double, but they might be, yeah, they're just double layered. I think they just did them really neatly. So they have little spots in there for your market cubes. I don't have my market cubes available at this moment, but then you set the cube in there, and it kind of holds it in place a little bit, as opposed to setting it on top of the card where it could slide around. Otherwise, they do the exact same things as the other planets. They don't do anything else extra. They have no special abilities. There's no new planets. They just have that extra little layer in there to help hold the little market tokens in place. But that's still pretty cool. Get some more badges. We love little badges for everything. We have marbleized planets. So all of these are exact same size, same everything, same colors as our other planets. They just gave them a marbleized texture just to make them look a little bit neater. So that's pretty cool as well. I wonder if... see if I can grab my other planets quick. There's the tokens. I had these sitting here. Of course, it's gonna... oh, that's right. I put them back in the box. Oh, little disorganized here. I apologize. I wasn't planning on showing comparisons, but... yeah, so there's our regular pink, our marbleized pink. So it definitely looks a little bit cooler. I want to grab another color out, like comparing the yellows. So that's pretty fun as well. Now, if you're really crazy and you have the upgrade kit and you have the regular one, you could potentially play with the crown side for the home world and then have the other planet be the edge world. And you could be crazy and you could add extra content, extra stuff, whatever. You could, you know, basically play with both planets out in play, because you'd have two different ones, and since they have different textures, you could be like, the marbleized are the edge worlds and the regular ones are the home worlds. Then you could tell them apart. Then that way you could have them like land sort of near, like drop one set, then place the other one somewhat near it. Maybe there's like a secondary planet. It'd be kind of an interesting idea. Then the last thing we have in this upgrade box are metal currency. I don't know why these badges are all giving me such difficult time opening them. Alright, we're just gonna, there we go. So this will give us a bunch of green ones, some nice shiny blue 5s, and some gold 25s. Let's see if I can, if I angle my camera down a little bit, we might get a little bit better view of those. But yeah, that's pretty cool, right? So like, they're hefty. They're definitely metal. Like, that's not gonna break if I try and bend that. Necessary at all? Absolutely not. But I think there's the same amount as you would have had in the core set. So it's just replacing them all. But yeah, if you like a little bit heftier currency to play around with, kind of feel like, you know, space metal. So that's kind of cool as well. Alright, so we'll put those guys back in the box. So that's your upgrade kit. So yeah, if you were looking at just upgrading your components a little bit, have some fancier planets, some fancier boards, definitely what you could do with that. Necessary? Not at all. Even less necessary than on top of that are the Space Bonus Booster Pack. So this is same thing, just a tiny pack of extra coins. It's a couple of each. It's, what is it exactly? It's 7 ones, 5 fives, and 2 25s. So it's basically your 5th player pack. If you want to have more because you're playing with a 5th player, you can pick this up and you can get some extra metal coins to help accommodate another player doing stuff. But yeah. If you want metal coins, it's preferable buy this set versus this. Because you'd have to buy a lot more because there are 54 coins in here versus 14. So what would that be? You have to buy 4 packs of this, and I don't know what these are going to retail at. Because I bought them all as, in the Kickstarter, all big, giant stuff. Alright. Our third upgrade pack, and again, it's kind of not necessary, is the Luxury Links. Well, he's probably open from this direction, too. I've just been opening them from the backside because I'm weird. But these are the same links that you would have in the base game, just instead of the regular gray. We get colors for each of our colored ships. So if you're playing the pink player, you have pink links. You're playing the red or white player, you get white links. Green, green, blue, blue, yellow, yellow. So it's just kind of neat because that lets you just easily divide them up. Hey, I'm playing this color. You can just take the color and hand them to them versus having to try, I got to count out 7 of these, 7 of these, 7 of these. And you have to make sure you get 6 of the one plus 1 with the ship end on it. So there's our green, 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 green. And there's our ship end. No, where's our ship end? Or do we... Oh, probably buried in there? Did we not get one? Maybe... Oh, there it is. Right there. So there's our ship end, right? So here I just hand out each color to each player. Or, you can have them maybe set aside as different things. So that's kind of fun there. Again, necessary? Not at all. You have enough links in the base game to play it. This just gives you 7 for each. Including the 5th player color. Just an upgrade. Pretty cool. Alright, then we're going to look at our first actual full expansion here, is we have the 5th Captain Pack. So if you want to play with 5 players, you can pick this guy up. It's going to have some extra asteroids, salvage pieces, containers, basically all the components you need for a 5th player. Pop this open. So we will get a extra sheet of those tokens. So like I said, these are the same number we would have had if we, for the extra mega one. We have a brand new captain, Captain Marvelous, like Marvelous. So he gets to keep all 3. So I believe what this does is, when you explore, you can keep all 3 of your Explore cards. I believe they don't really give a ruling for him, unfortunately. Oh, right. Yeah, okay, cool. So it says, you may use Captain Marv once in any drop game. If you may now play with up to 5 players once. Marv keeps all 3 Explorer cards you're drawing at the start of each game. Yeah, so normally you draw 3, you pick 2, and you get rid of 1. He gets to keep his last card. Then he doesn't do anything extra. But that's still pretty fun. And he gets to keep 1 extra card. Now, if you're playing a 3-player game, you can add him in here in place of one of the other characters. We will get our 7 extra tool pieces, rocket ships. We will get his white ship, his white pirate ship, 2 more fuel containers, a salvage piece, and 4 more marketplace. Because you play with 4 per player, so this gives us enough for that. Plus, this extra, salvage piece and fuel for each character. We get his white die. I wish it was... I get he's a white... it's the white color. I just really wish it wasn't a regular white and black die. Like, I don't know, blue pips or something would have been kind of cool to kind of match, like, his blue skin or gold or something. Just versus a regular die. And then we get 1 more crystal of each color. Yeah, so just, more or less just extra of everything we already had, except now you're getting the die and the extra player. So that's the 5th player expansion. So yeah, if you're looking to add another player, that's definitely one thing you can do. Alright, our next upgrade is our next expansion, the limited promo pack. So they did these with a bunch of the different Dungeon Drop, which is also by Phase Shift Games, where they release special promo packs, usually with each different Kickstarter or release they did. So you could pick these up and you could get like extra promos, but they were going to be very limited in time to when they were available. So they made them for like a run or two, and then they're done. Like this one says, it's for the 2021. So like this is for this game. Like 2020 was for the other game. So it might not necessarily be one for every year of here. But what we're going to get is we'll get a new Anomaly card. Which if we flip it over, we have the... Let's see if I can get this so that it is not... So there we go. Just shiny everywhere, right? We have the Death Dodecahedron, which is, of course, this game's version of the Death Star. But it's not a star, it's a dodecahedron. And I just threw it on the ground. Yes, Dungeon Drop had some like this too. They had metal monsters. This gives us a metal anomaly, which is really cool. We'll look at that. I'm actually going to set this out. So here we go. So we got this. You got all the extra designs on there. The little layers where it kind of breaks apart. Plus then it has the laser part, which is really cool. But yeah, that is solid metal. So this says Planet Killer. Remove the closest planet from the game, the planet tile, pirate ship, and use market demand tokens. You may take 2 damage to gain 5 credits. You must be able to suffer the full 2 damage points. So this is kind of neat. So like again, you just draw. So if you watched the other video, saw how these work. When you hit one of the little black anomaly tokens, you draw one of these cards. If you draw this, you can do the easy one, the short range, and just do this ability. Or you can jump in and do the long range, which gives us some extra special rules. So this is going to come with, it's a level 2, the Death Dodecahedron, and 3 Technical Plan Explore cards. Collect 1 Technical Plan card. Place the remaining Technical Plan cards face up next to the planet tile of the nearest planet. Place the Death Dodecahedron against the space wall in the furthest corner from your ship. Alternate setup at the start of the game. Before the Big Bang drop, place the Death Dodecahedron against the space wall in one of the corners. You want to, I think, to place it at the beginnings because you're not dropping it with everything. But that way then, it's not going to hit things afterwards. After the Big Bang, place the Technical Plan face up next to the planet of the tile furthest from the Death Dodecahedron. Cool. So then we flip it over to see how that all works. The Technical Plan Explore cards are gear cards and initially count as bonus Explore items. Move the Death Dodecahedron at the end of any turn in which a player lands on a planet, moving Death Dodecahedron 3 links, 2 links when playing 4+ players, towards the nearest planet. If it lands within 1 link of that planet is destroyed. Remove the planet from the game, including tile, pirate ship, and demand tokens. Then redrop any stacked ships and all items in the pirate's hold. If the last planet is destroyed, the game ends without a winner. To attack the Death Dodecahedron, it counts as a station, but you may not dock as it is normal. You may end your movement touching it to attack it. Proceed with all standard battle rolls. Gets +5 to its battle roll. If you win, remove it from the game and gain 10 credits. Otherwise, take damage as normal. So this is kind of a fun one, right? So this is going to try and be moving across the map, destroying all the planets, and you are going to be trying to destroy it. It said on page 15 what some of these other things were, so I just want to kind of go through them. Gear cards will have a little gun icon on them, so we'll see that in the corner. As well as it's also going to have the Decahedron symbol. Plus it has a little crew member symbol. So it says, tiles with this icon under their upper left corner represent crew. Crew's tiles are placed near your captain and immediately grant you the indicated bonus. Yeah, so we can get an extra bonus for that. There are also gear cards. Cards in this icon in the upper left corner represent gear. Your captain and each crew may carry 1 gear card each, and are placed below an available captain or crew tile, immediately granting the indicated bonus. So yeah, you're gonna have to have a crew card. What it sounds like you have to have a crew card to use that. Card icon. Your captain, each your crew may carry 1 card. So you can place it under your captain right away. Or you can place it under a crew if you have a crew member. Yes, we have the Explore backs, and then on the front here, we just have same exact effect on all 3 of them. But they're just going to say Technical Plans, Battle Rating, +3 when attacking the dodecahedron. So collecting these from whatever planet they're on will definitely make it easier to be able to beat something. So we also have just to mention stations or work like planets with 1 key difference. You may take off from a dock to the station on the same turn, even the same station means you'll take off from a different planet and dock on a station on the same turn, vice versa. If you're docked at a station when the game ends, you still perform emergency landings on the nearest planet as normal. So yeah, some of these things is just saying they're available only in the expansions, which is what this one is. So this is kind of fun, right? You can pick this up. You got a little Death Star, the dodecahedron, trying to run around, fly around, whatever, and destroy all your stuff. That's pretty fun. Alright. Our next one is, this is one of the limited time promos as well. This is Shipping Shenanigans. This came about... Well, at least we know that those trays stay shut. This came about during the campaign. It has cards per drop drive and dungeon drop. But this is during the campaign. Everything got delayed because of shipping issues. So we ended up getting this. So the drop drive content, simply shuffle the including anomaly cards in your anomaly deck when one is drawn. Go ahead and use them. Otherwise, Dungeon Drop, we have some new monsters and some new character cards. So let's go ahead and take a look at those guys. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, this is fun. So, like, yeah, this was a... basically, like, when there were shipping issues during the campaign, they asked everyone if they could help pay a little bit more money to help get the... make sure we could get the game shipped out. So that's exactly what people did, but they offered everyone this extra expansion pack. So again, if they have extras, they'll probably sell them in their stores. So we have the Galactic Shipping Hub. Smooth operations. Collect any 2 cargo items in space. Each other player collects all the cargo closest to them. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. We're going to get... Basically, this lands, you get some extra cargo. Pretty neat. But then we also, of course, have our special rules. The Galactic Shipping Hub. That, we have 5 planetary aid tokens. So we have 1 for each color. These neat little square tokens. Just kind of neat. Definitely an interesting little addition. Place the Galactic Shipping Hub at your current location, and we also have, we get 5 extra credits, and we get a little token for it. So you get place this hub at your current location. On top, you place your ship on top of it. Place the 5 planetary aid containers on the space on the reverse of this card. You may immediately dock with this hub. Alternate set before the Big Bang. Drop the Galactic anywhere in the space system halfway between the sun and the space walls. Place the 5 containers on the reverse side of this card. So basically this comes out, you put the containers on the back. And then we have some extra rules. Dock with the hub. The Galactic Shipping Hub counts as a station. You may move and your movement touching the hub to dock with it. Click 1 planetary aid container on the undelivered space of this cargo. Container counts as heavy cargo. Delivery containers. When you land on a planet matching your planetary aid containers color, place the delivered space and gain the reward. So if you pick up the pink one, drop off the pink planet. Then put it on the delivered so you know that it's out of the way. So paint is hazardous. Roll a die, gain X credits for X is the number rolled. White is luggage. Gain credits equal to 3 times the number of passengers on any ship. Blue is void. Gain credits equal to the number of empty cargo bays on any one ship. Green is research. Gain credits equal to 2 times the number of specimen on any one ship. And yellow is solar. Gain credits equal to the number of full navigable links between this planet and the sun. Yes, that's pretty cool. Yeah, just different things. You can get different ones based on how you land or how they do stuff. That's pretty neat. Then we have the other one, which is the wreck of the Everstar. So I'm going to move these back down. So collision, gather all cargo of one type / color in space, then re-drop them. Collect the closest to cargo of that type or color. So that's fun. So basically, you pick up all the fuel containers and drop them, or you can pick up all the yellow crystals and drop them. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Then, if we do the wreck of the Everstar long range, we get more containers, but these are just kind of beige or brown. But these are just the 6 cargo containers. Long range, collect 1 cargo container, place it on your cargo. Drop the remaining 5 cargoes over your ship from a height of 1 link. Alternate step, drop the 6 over the anomaly token furthest from the sun at a height of 1 link. And then if we flip this, we have some objectives. Recover cargo container. Cargo containers are considered heavy cargo. When you fly over heavy cargo, you may collect it as a normal cargo and continue moving, but you may only have 1 heavy cargo at your ship at a time. Okay, the other one didn't specify that, but that's basically they're double the size, so you can only have 1 heavy cargo at a time. That's kind of cool, so you can't just pick up all of them. Return cargo containers. When you land on a standard planet, place your cargo container on the card next available space below from the top left to the bottom right. Gain the indicated number of credits. If the Galactic Shipping Hub anomaly is in play, cargo containers must be returned there rather than the standard planet. You may still use Galactic Shipping Hub as normal after returning cargo containers there. Cargo containers must be returned there rather than a standard planet. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So you can combine the two, and then if you do, then you have to return everything to the hub, this specific place, rather than any planet. So I almost always use that to be like, now you have to return to this one specific thing rather than any planet. That's pretty fun. Yeah, that's neat. And then, yeah, so the first one you get 6 credits, second one you get 6 credits, then 5, then 5, then 4, then 4. So that's kind of a neat little idea. That's pretty fun. So that's our extra drop drive content. We are also going to have some dungeon drop stuff. We're going to go through that really quick. We'll have 2 new classes. We have the Merchant Captain. Hire crew, place 1 small monster from the dungeon on this card. This does not count as damage. Or deploy crew, 1 at a time. Redrop all small monsters on this card. Collect the closest 2 treasures to each. That's kind of neat. Collect the monster, get it off the board, and then you can later deploy it by dropping into the dungeon to gain some extra stuff. If you're not familiar with the dungeon drop, definitely go check out my videos for those as well. Probably check them out in the playlist for this series. I don't know if I'll put them in the link in the description or not. We have Treasure Hunt. Buried treasure. Identify 2 treasure chests in the dungeon. Collect all treasure on the line between the chests. Do not collect the chests. That's cool. So you pick 2 chests on the map, then you get everything in between. That's kind of a neat little mechanic. Then the last thing is we have a monster, which is fun. We have the monstrous mimic. So the mimic are represented by dice that look like treasure chests, except this one has a tongue sticking out of his one spot. I'll put him like that. So the mimic has X health, 2 plus a number showing on monstrous mimic. So when you drop him in there, and he rolls, so now he has 2 plus 2. So that's basically how that works. Because you drop him like everything else. The Mimic Master. says, redrop monstrous mimic. All players roll their treasure chest. For each one that rolled lower than the monstrous mimic number, the player takes 1 damage or redrops the chest. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Scoring. Score 2 plus the number showing when collected. Interesting. So yeah, you get to redrop him, and then, yeah, he might do more damage to you. That's pretty fun. I think that, I want to say, I think those are bigger than the regular chests as well. Alright, so that's our shipping shenanigans. Yeah, definitely if you're looking at getting another anomaly, another 2 anomalies, or some extra dungeon drop content, see if that is available in their store at some point. It might not be available right away, because usually after these campaigns, they have to wait until they've delivered everything before they can ship out stuff. Alright, so then the next big thing we have in here is strange signals. This is a big extra box. It says storage for all your anomalies and their bits. Plus 8 extra anomalies. And then it just has some stuff on the back. So it's going to show all our different anomalies. 8 anomalies, explorer cards, a bunch of other different content in there. This is an expansion. It's not a standalone game. Of course not. It's just as big, though. Alright. Drop that off to the side. So, first thing we're going to get are these packs here. So, what these are is they're meant to put your anomalies in if you want to sort them out. So, this is not the exact example, but this is kind of like how they ship one of their dungeon drop promos. They have the big card in there, and they have the little cubes. Do I have the other one in there too? Yeah, this is how they used to ship them in these little packs here. But then they started making these neat little foil packs, so it can they can display them at retail. This is kind of the same idea there. So if we open this up and we take this out, we are going to get a giant stack of these, so enough for all of our anomalies. Was there 1, 2, I don't know how many there are. Probably says on the back 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 for this set. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the main game. That other one had 2. That one has a weird mark on it, but that's probably alright. I don't know what that is. We also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We had 6 other create your own ones, and then we had 1 extra essentially. So yeah, there's enough for all your different anomalies in here, and then they just kind of peel open, drop all your stuff in there. You can drop your card in there, your different components, your tokens. Then that way you can just pull out each pack as you need it. So that's definitely a neat little thing they came with. Whether you use it or not, that is entirely up to you. So we're going to get a bunch of little bits we'll look at. We have some other bits here as well. Bunch more extra tiles and cards. Then we have some dice and some stuff. And then we have a big foam block. Just in case you don't like those, we also got a bunch of extra sleeves. But then we have a big storage box and a block here for depending on how much stuff you have. Kind of wish it was smaller blocks so you could break it apart, but it's what it is. Alright, so we are going to hop in through all of these. There are 8 different ones, and there's a lot of different content in here. So, we have our setup here. So, 8 anomaly packs. Add the anomaly cards to the poker-sized cards. That's these guys. To the main anomaly deck, when one is drawn, you will make use of the remaining components as normal. For more details, consult the standard anomaly rulebook in the main game. Use the instructions including the anomaly storage envelopes to keep each anomaly rule card separate. Game tokens and other small components nicely organized and easily visible. So again, it's in silver packs. Optionally, use the 3 half-cube trays to further organize your game. So that is these guys. Oops. Oh, dust, I just dropped it. So you can purchase these through Phase Shift. They come in packs of 3. They have 2 little containers in them, and that's so you can then stick all your little components in there. And we'll look at that in the next video where I go through story and stuff. I'm not going to go into it now because they're a completely separate thing. So there's phase shift stuff there. Alright, let's hop into these. We got a lot to go through here. So we're going to start out with Belker's Bazaar. So each one of these are references to other sci-fi stuff throughout the thing. I don't remember specifically what Belker's Bazaar is. Someone did mention it in one of the comment things I read, but we have space commerce. I'm going to actually move this over to the side and put my box back up because we will have little components to show off. You may identify all salvage in your cargo, repair your ship, and take the top Explore card from the discard pile. So that's pretty cool. If we want to use the expanded version, we'll use 1 Belker's Bazaar station tile and 4 asteroid belt tokens. So if I find, here's our 4 asteroid belt tokens, and here is our station tile. So this works much like a planet. It's double-sided. It does the same thing on both sides, but it's going to say place 1 asteroid belt token at your location. Place your ship on top. Place the remaining asteroid belt tokens relatively even throughout the system, not touching any objects. Place the Belker's Bazaar next to the planet tiles. Draw 2 face-up Explore cards below the tile. You may immediately dock it with Belker's Bazaar, paying your entrance fee as normal. So it's a bazaar that's hidden in an asteroid belt, is the idea. So you can see on each little asteroid token, there's a little tiny bazaar floating in there. So that's how you interact with it. Alternate setup, just place them at the beginning of the game. So if we look at the tile here, we have what you do when you hit it. It has a fee of 2 credits, but you can repair your ship and identify salvage of all your salvage and your repair ship. Plus it has 2 different cards that you can choose from. And then on the back here, it'll probably give me more rules on how those exactly work. Dense asteroid belts. You may fly into or off of an asteroid belt token, but you may not both fly into and off one during the same turn. If you end your movement anywhere in space on an asteroid belt, you may dock at Belker's Bazaar. Each asteroid provides access to Belker's Bazaar station, as indicated by a small image of it on one side of each of the belt. The other side is intended for general game mode. So if this side has the little asteroid pictures, these side don't. So it's kind of fun. So you can use it in both directions. Dock with the Bazaar counts as a station. To dock, you must pay 2 entrance via 2 credits. When you dock, you may do the following: identify salvage as normal, repair your ship as normal. You may collect one of the face-up Explore cards below the station tile, draw a new space card. So cool. This is a great way for you just to get some extra space stuff, extra cards and stuff. Alright, our next one, we have the Zest planet, which I believe is Dune-based. This is a level 3. So we have first level 3 we've seen. Water is life. Each player may redrop 1 blue asteroid in their cargo to gain 5 credits. Then you collect the closest 2 blue asteroids. So that's pretty fun. We have, in the Zest planet, we have the actual Zest planet, the Zest planet tile. 2 Explore cards that are specific to this. And then the crystals and the crew. So this actually has a lot of extra stuff for it. Where did I put those 2 cards? Okay. So yeah, you're going to get a lot of different stuff for this one. So it says long range, place the Zest planet at your location, stack your ship on top of it. Then place the Zest planet tile with the other planet tiles. Place the 6 Zest crystals in the refinery on the planet. Place the 2 Explore cards in the crew face up next to the planet. You may immediately land on Zest. So there's our planet. We get a marbleized orange dye. We will have some extra crystals here that I have to dig out. These are mixed in. So we're going to get some Mantheth crystals. Oh, we got wrong color up there, so we get some of those, so they match the same crystal with their orange. Which also means we're not going to be able to add an orange expansion now, which is interesting. We will get a crew tile, which always have 5 extra tokens. So he'll have the little crew symbol up in the corner. You kind of just set him there for the moment. And then we will get the planet card as well. And we will have 2 extra cards to show the planet up at the top, so we know it's for that one. So we have a lot of stuff to kind of look through here. But let's go ahead and read what this says on the back and see how they all work before we get too much into all of it. We have Explorer card and Crew tile. The 2 Explorer cards and the Crew tile are initially counted as bonus Explorer items. Bonus Explorer items and Crew are defined on page 15. So it says you'll often need struck deck items to Explorer cards and Crew tile space up next to the planet. When you land on that planet, choose to explore rather than repair. You may keep one of these bonus items as normal reward. Yeah, it just gives you the option of keeping that extra. The Zest planet follows normal planet landing procedures outlined in the rules. The planetary facility allows you to collect 1 Zest crystal from the planet. Zest crystals count as normal cargo, but they may be used in a variety of special, powerful ways. Precious substance counts as an asteroid of all colors. Extended life. Take 1 extra turn immediately before an emergency landing. Expand consciousness. On your turn, collect 1 card of your choice from anywhere in the Explore deck, or discard, reshuffle the Explore deck, or bend space. Instead of using your drop drive, place your ship at any location. Use Zest crystals immediately return to the Zest planet. So there's 6 crystals, but you did use them once. They're pretty powerful. So if we actually look at that tile there, deliver passengers, and if I salvage, display rapport. You can only sell water there, but it's 5, 5, 5, and then 2, so pretty powerful. Zest Refinery, collect 1 Zest crystal. The carry-alls bonus work on these. Cool, so if they have something that says if you have all the crystals, you can gain an extra crystal. So then we also have, on the back, you can flip it over in case you just want to remember what they do. It's just cool. This is also a double-sided board like the upgraded one, so it's kind of cool, because then we got the little market tokens that will slide into there. Now, it did not give us any extra market tokens, though. Then we also have a new crew member. I'm going to just move this up here for the moment. We can look at him. We have Mentath. So pay 1 fuel to add 3 guy to a guy you rolled. So instead of re-rolling it, you can now use that to actually just gain extra 3 bonus, which is definitely not bad either, right? Cannot argue with having an extra roll. So on the back side here, it's just gonna have the picture of the crew members. So we have that. Then we have our 2 cards. We're going to get a new specimen, the larval. So yeah, if you spend 1 crystal, for each crystal in your cargo hold, you get 10 extras. So collecting them. Look at this, 0 eyes, 21 wake, and 0 limbs. So that's the first one that had none of either of those 2. Then we do have an extra, which is the carry-all, harvesting. After exploring, collect the nearest asteroid matching the color of the planet you're on. So that's fun. So it's just an extra little ship upgrade, which is really cool. Alright, that is what we have for that one. So I'm going to drop those back down. Up next, we have the Pirate Port. Pirate Commerce. Swap any number of cargo with cargo and pirates holds. Purchase any number of cargo in any pirates hold for 2 credits each. Neat. So you can just kind of swap them around if you'd like to. Then we have this one here. We have the Pirate Port, which is the Pirate Port token. So we'll have that extra little token for that. We'll just kind of set that guy down there for the moment. 1 Pirate Port tile. We'll look at him in a moment as well. And then 9 pirate activity tokens. So those are those guys there. So it's a little pirate ship, and there's some extra text on the back. We'll have to see what that does for us. Place a pirate port token at your location. Place your ship on top of the token. Place the pirate port station next to the planet tiles. Shuffle the stack of 9 pirate activity tokens in the space provided on the port tile station. And immediately dock with the pirate. In the big bang, just kind of shuffle everything, start with it out there. Alright. Escalated pirate activity. At the end of any turn in which a player lands on a planet, draw and resolve a pirate activity token. Many of these will cause a pirate to start an encounter with another ship, player or a pirate. If there is a tie between 2 or more eligible targets, the active player chooses between them. Discard the token after its effects have been fully resolved. If the draw stack of pirate activity tokens is ever empty, shuffle the discard tokens to form a new stack. Docking with the port counts as a station. When you dock, proceed as follows. You may swap any amount of your cargo with a cargo found at any pirate hold. You may purchase any amount of cargo and holds for 2 credits each, and then draw and resolve an activity token. Interesting. So if we look at this, we will have pirate activity tokens, draw and resolve each one, and a discard pirate. Just tells you what you can do. Opposite side is the same exact thing. So what do these tokens do on the back? We have the top one here. We have the pirate nearest to the ship with the most passengers moves to it, armed weapons, +1 battle rating. The pirate ship with the most specimen it moves to, or with the most upgrades. And then we have all players in the middle row. All players activate the pirate they are responsible for in turn order. And then we have a second one of those. And then the last one in the middle row is the pirate nearest to the ship with the highest battle rating moves to it, armed weapons with +2 battle rating. On the bottom, each pirate does 2 damage to the ship it is nearest in turn order, starting with the pirate the active player controls. The pirate nearest to the ship with the most cargo moves to it and arms with battle rating. And all players collect 1 cargo from the pirate ship nearest to it. So the top 3 and the bottom one are going to rely on passenger, specimen upgrades, and cargo. Give them +1. This one gives +2 if they have the highest battle rating. And they have 2 that activate all pirates, 1 that does damage. This is the only one that's actually not bad. So it's kind of interesting. So it kind of gives you, a little bit, makes pirates more dangerous to be out and about. So that's definitely kind of fun as well. Alright, what do we have up next? We have the Maelstrom. Alright, so it says each player may take 3 damage to gain 5 credits. Must be able to take the full 3 damage. So you have to have enough upgrades and or cargo to remove. If you choose to take damage, you gain an additional 3 credits. Interesting. Each player may take 3 to gain 5. If you choose to take the damage, you gain an additional 3. Interesting, because you're going to take the 5 anyhow. Why don't you say gain 8? Not really sure. Interesting, though. Alright, so here we have a couple of other things. Here we have the Maelstrom token. So this thing's a little bit oblong, double-sided. We have the Maelstrom tile and 10 Quaxi crystals. These are some blue gems. That's pretty fun. And then we have the Maelstrom tile here, which is the same on both sides. Alright, so what's this one do? Place the tile at your location. Place the Maelstrom tile with the planet tiles. Place the tiles in the space on the tile. Okay. So lots of these are pretty standard setup abilities. On the other side, we have Enter the Maelstrom. If you end your turn touching the Maelstrom token, start a Maelstrom run. If you do, place your ship on the first space in the Maelstrom tile and collect the indicated Quaxi crystals. Then, Maelstrom run. At each space on the run, you must make a choice to either leave the Maelstrom or risk proceeding deeper in. If you choose to proceed, you must face a challenge. Each challenge requires you to roll a die and add one of your ship's ratings explore, rocket drive, or battle, as indicated on the Maelstrom tile. Based on the dice result, we'll proceed as follows. If your roll plus the rating is lower than the indicated target, take damage as normal. This damage may cause you to redrop cargo. You must immediately leave the Maelstrom. Otherwise, move your ship to the next space and collect one of the rewards indicated. So you can take damage. If you can keep taking damage, you can keep moving. But as soon as you run out of upgrade spaces, then you have to move. Or you have to leave. If you roll equal to or higher than the roll, move to the next space, collect one of the indicated rewards. Repeat until you choose or are forced to leave the Maelstrom. Leaving it, if you left by choice or by force, or if you successfully reach its center, place your ship on the Maelstrom token. Your turn is now over. Claxy Crystals. Our standard cargo that counts as an asteroid of all colors. Your ship takes 1 damage at the end of each of your turns if any crystal in your cargo. Oh, so this is very dangerous, but it lets you spend them as extra anythings. So then we have the actual tile. Sold crystals return here. So every time you sell them, you get it. So you start with the first one. So basically, you put the little crystals on each spot. And then you're going to roll plus your explore rating for +5. Roll with your rocket drive. Roll with your attack rating. Roll with your rocket drive. Then the last one you have to roll with your attack rating or your explore. Gain 5 or 2 crystals. So you could potentially gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 crystals out of this. Which is pretty good. Then you can run to hurry up and sell them. But it says, yeah, you have to try and get there as quickly as you can. Otherwise you're going to take 1 damage. You may have already taken damage from this, which would definitely be bad. So yeah, it's pretty fun. Again, this is based off of something specific, but I don't know what it is off the top of my head. If you know what these are, go ahead and drop them in the comments. Alright. We have 3 of these left. We're going to get through these as quickly as we kind of can without being too crushed. We have the drop gate. So this is Stargate, for anyone not familiar. I do know what this one is. So this is Gate Network. Draw explore cards equal to one more than the number of players. Starting with you, each player chooses to collect 1, then collect the remaining. Interesting. So then if we get this, we have Dropgate Tile. So we're going to get this big tile. Chevron, 1 Chevron token. It's going to be this little guy here. 3 pyramid ship dice. And 1 explorer starting card. Which I'll keep down here for the moment. Also interesting, because the drop gate has a little token in the base game. So you could use that as well if you would like for something, or using it with these in a different combination. Place the drop gate tile on the planet tiles. Place the chevron token on the drop gate tile's top center space. And drop the 3 pyramid ships into the system. Collect the scouting explorer card. Alright, then how does this work? Infiltrate pyramid ships. If you end your movement touching a pyramid ship in space, move the chevron token to the dropgate tile 1 or more spaces clockwise up to the number shown on the pyramid ship. Receive the indicated reward. So like this should be 3, this should be 2, this should be 2. There's a 1 and a 4 on there as well, depending on which side lands up. Some rewards show a pyramid icon in their description, subject to the icon for the number showing on the pyramid ship you encountered. Redrop the pyramid ship after receiving the reward. Moving the pyramid ships. At the end of any turn which a player lands on a planet, move each pyramid ship in a space 2 links towards the nearest planet that does not already have a stacked pyramid ship. When the pyramid ship reaches a planet stacked on top of that planet, it is now subjugated. Subjugated planets. To land on a subjugated planet, you must also redrop a cargo from your ship, then also redrop the pyramid ship. In this case, you do not gain any rewards from the dropgate tile. Ignore stacked pyramid ships from taking off from subjugated planets. Interesting. So if it takes over a planet, you have to lose a cargo to be able to, like, basically lure them somewhere else. That's kind of neat. Double-sided tile doesn't have anything different, but we will have, it starts there, it says flick a planet, moves planets around, gain number of credits per your token, move to an end of the encounter, nearest pirate, draw number of explore cards and keep one, collect nearest cargo, move ship anywhere, each player's ship takes that number of damage, that one's pretty mean, redrop each other player's ship, and immediately rocket drive that number of nav links. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Some different effects you can do with that by placing these. Every time you play them, they'll have different result numbers. I guess I have this symbol upside down. I guess it technically goes that way. Yeah, so that's pretty fun. Again, like I said, your little actual gate is in the base game, so you could use that with this. Like maybe the pyramids are trying to get to that, or they're stealing stuff in return there. You'll make up your own little rules with that. That's cool. Alright, we have the last element, which is based on the fifth element. Biggie Boom. Redrop all objects in space, including ships and planets, and then take another turn. That's just kind of a fun little one to get. We had 4 more. I thought we had 3. Take the opponents. We have the Mr. Darkness token. Ancient Temple tile. Contribution. 5 contribution tokens. 4 elemental stones and 1 Suprema crew. So here's our Mr. Darkness token. It's a big giant darkness planet. Here's our crew, Supremia, which is Lilu from that set, or from that movie. I'm not going to pop these guys out right now, but we have our 5 contribution tokens. Our Ancient Temple, which has spots for us to put stuff on the pillars. And then we finally have one of my favorite pieces. We have the different stones, which are really cool. Now, they're all the same pattern. Would have been neat if they were all in different, but I get it. Probably also for just not getting in trouble type of thing. But just place the Ancient Temple tile beside the Primal's yellow planet. Then place 5 contributions on the Ancient Temple. So I like this. So we have the one Doom planet that does stuff with the water stuff. We have the one alien that does stuff with green stuff. And now we have this one that's going to possibly do stuff kind of with the yellow one. To an extent. So it's kind of like you have different other things interacting with them. Place the 5 contribution tokens on the Ancient Temple tile. Place 1 in each corner where the elemental stones will later be placed. And 1 in the center where Suprema will be placed. Drop the 4 elemental stones in the system. Place the Mr. Darkness against the space wall in the corner furthest from the Primal's planet. Then collect Supremia. Mr. Darkness approaches. At the start of each player's turn, Mr. Darkness moves 1 flip towards the Primal's yellow planet. Redrop any objects that ever touch Mr. Darkness. Collect elemental stones. Elemental stones are counted as normal cargo. Collect them as you would an asteroid. Contribute to the Ancient Temple. Immediately upon leaving the Primal's yellow planet, place Supremia, if you have on your ship, and all elemental stones you have in your cargo on their spaces in the Ancient Temple tile, gaining the respective contribution token for each. Vanquish Mr. Darkness, whose all elemental stones and Supremia are in the temple. Mr. Darkness is immediately vanquished. Each player draws 1 explore card for each contribution token they had gained. Then remove all the anomaly components from the game. Okay, so if each person can place 1, then they gain 1 for each one they do. And then Biggie Boom. If Mr. Darkness reaches the Primal's yellow planet, the system is destroyed. Each player without contribution token loses 10 credits. Then remove all anomaly components from the game and redrop all objects in the system. If the game ends before Darkness is vanquished, each player without a contribution token loses 10 credits. So basically, you want to try and get 1 so you're fine, but you could really be mean to your other players. You could try and get more than 1. And then, yeah, so start by putting these tokens on the little corners, but then as you put one of the other things on, you pick them up. Cool. And then we have just her. She gives you +2 attack rating. Nothing extra special there. That's pretty fun. I like that. Alright. Up next, we have the Whale of Deep Thoughts. This is, no, I can't think of the name of it. Ooh, we missed one here. I think it was for Dropgate. Just a sec. This, for Dropgate, we forgot the Scouting House. This Pulse Tipper. Once per turn, collect 1 cargo, then 2 navlings. So it's just, there's a little Dropgate symbol. We missed that. My brain keeps saying Guardians of the Galaxy, and I know that's not the name of it. It's, I said it before. It's a book name. I will remember it. My brain's just blanking right now, but we have the Whale of Deep Thoughts. Improbable Inquisition. A player to your right chooses a planet, guess the distance, links rounded up between your ship and that planet, getting 5 credits if you guessed exactly right, or 3 if you guessed within 1 link. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. There we go. The Galaxy was in there. It was throwing me off. Alright, so this one you're going to get 9 Deep Thought cards, which are going to do various things, and 1 whale token. So this is our last token we have. We'll kind of set him down there. Shuffle the 9 Deep Thought cards and place it face down outside the system. Immediately encounter the Curious Whale. You may attempt to answer both questions on the card during the initial encounter. Alternate setup, shuffle the cards. After the Big Bang, place a whale near a random planet. Make sure the Curious Whale token hits the table no more than 1 nav tool link away from that planet. Alright, what does he do? Then he says, explore deeper thoughts. When you touch the Curious Whale token anywhere along your flight path, you immediately encounter it, and then keep flying. The player to your right draws the top card of Deep Thoughts deck. You must decide whether that player will ask either contemplation or an intuition question. So it's like an open eye or a closed eye. Contemplation questions. If you choose the contemplation question, you must keep your hands folded in front of you while you listen to and contemplate your answer. If you choose the intuition token, you must close your eyes before hearing the question. Open your eyes only after declaring your answer. Interesting. So it's kind of, maybe they have something to do with touching things or not touching things, or maybe seeing or not seeing things. Targets. The player asking the question may need to identify 1 or more targets for the question, such as a planet, player, ship, or asteroids. They must substitute the term X and Y with the appropriate targets and clearly identify those targets too. Measuring. After declaring your answer, perform necessary measurements to determine your accuracy. All measurements are rounded up to the nearest nav tool link. And results gain credits based on how accurate you answered the question. Then drop Curious token within 1 nav tool of a different planet. Discard the used card. If the deck is empty, reshuffle. Interesting. So let's see what these cards actually do. So we have, what's the distance between X planet and Y planet? Or what is the total number of passenger ships? So I think the idea is the first one, because you have to measure, it doesn't want you to be able to kind of like move your hands around and like, you know, like pick them up and like eyeball it that way. You can't be like, it's like that big, it's, you know, like you have to hold your hands there, so you just have to look at it and figure it out. The other ones, obviously, you can look at everyone's thing and guess. This is kind of see if you're paying attention. We have what is the difference between X and Y ship. Total number of all upgrades on all ships. Looks like 5 or 3 credits for all of them. No, maybe not. Some are a little bit differently. Distance between X ship and Y planet. Total number of specimens on all ships. Between X salvage and Y fuel. Ooh, that's a little bit harder. How many credits does X player have? Within 6. Interesting. What's the distance between X ship and the sun? How many passengers are on X player's ship? What's the distance between Asteroid X and the Curious Whale? And how many upgrades are on player X's ship? how much closer is planet X to the sun than planet Y? And how many specimens are on player X's ship? How many asteroids are within 6 links of planet X, and which player's ship is nearest to the sun for each other player in the game? Interesting, interesting. And then the last one is how much closer is ship X to the system's edge than ship Y, and which player's ship is furthest from the sun. So it's kind of cool. It's a very mentally game. It's definitely interesting, but it would really depend on like how well who you're playing with, how well they pay attention to stuff. But could be very interesting to do. All right, our last anomaly in this pack is Furball Fiasco, which of course is a Star Trek reference to the Tribbles. All their players redrop 2 of their cargo, so not too bad there. But then we have this. We have 25 Furball tokens. So they're going to be these little guys here of all the different colors, or the 4 different colors, I guess. Purple, red, blue, and yellow. I'm not going to put up all 25 of them. You can see them there, 5 of each color. I didn't put the purple one up yet. Nope. There we go. There's some purples. Interesting that they're not like white and pink, just to match the colors of the planets and stuff, but that's alright. Collect 1 specimen from the discard pile. All players gain 2 furballs, placing them on their ship front. They do not take up cargo space. Place the remaining furballs in a general supply in the side game of the area. Alternate setup, all players gain 1 furball at the start of the game. Okay, what do furballs do? They're going to be bagged. They're going to multiply. Eat and multiply. If you have any furballs on your ship at the start of your turn, roll a die. If you roll below the number of furballs on your ship, they consume 1 of your cargo. If you roll equal to or above the number of furballs, gain 2 more furballs from the general supply. Okay, so yeah, you start off with 1 or 2 depending on which version you're playing. Then yeah, you'll probably keep rolling higher until you get too many. Parting gift. If you encounter another player on your turn, give that player half your furballs after resolving the encounter. Extermination. Whenever you repair your ship, remove all furballs. If the repair is done on a location, planet, station, that also has an explore icon, place 1 of the exterminated furballs on that icon. Return any remaining furballs to the general supply. Not again. If you explore at a location with 1 or more furball tokens on it, you must gain 1 of those furballs. That's kind of fun. Yeah, that's definitely an interesting little extra game mechanic, which is pretty cool. Alright, so that's what we have for the strange signals. So we're going to look at a couple other promo stuff here, and then that will be all we have for this video. I said it was going to run a little bit long. I did not lie. So yeah, what you can do with these then is you can put them all back in the box here, in that spot, put them all in the baggies, get rid of this. But there's other options to show like the little trays and stuff, and we'll definitely look at them, but I said we'll do that in the next video where I go through all the storage stuff. So if you want to see how this stuff can all kind of be put back in, check out that video. Alright, we have special exclusives. This is a Kickstarter exclusive crossover pack between Dungeon Drop and Drive Drop. So this one is only available during the Kickstarter. I won't guarantee it won't be available on their store if they have extra copies, so you can always check it out. But it may not be. So for Drop Drive, we have Cosmic Bobbling and Dark Jellies, and for Dungeon Drop, we have Dark Jelly Monster. So for Drop Drive, we're going to look at that one first. We have the Cosmic Bobbling Captain. So it says, a Cosmic Bobbling Captain is selected as a captain. The other player randomly selects one of the unused starting planets as their home planet. Cosmic Bomb counts as a standard cargo bay, able to hold 1 cargo item as normal. The extra credit tokens to your existing supply, add the Dark Jelly Anomaly to the main deck. So yeah, we get an extra crew leader, so he doesn't have like an extra special ability like the other dude, he just has an extra cargo space. Which is definitely fun. We had the one guy that had extra specimen slots, so he gets that. So but he gets to choose. You select one of the other planets that someone didn't use. And there's just stuff on the back, the same as the other things. So it's kind of cool. So it's also, technically, if you had enough extra components and parts and upgrade stuff, you could use him as a 6th captain. You don't have a 6th planet unless you wanted to potentially play with this one as a 6th one. You could do that as well, or use one of the other things. So it's kind of neat. If you have all the extra stuff, you could definitely do that. Then we have the Dark Jelly Anomaly. So Dark Jellies, kind of cool. It's a giant gelatinous cube. Unnatural gelatin. Move each planet up to 3 links in any direction. They do not need to be moved in the same direction. Very interesting. But then we have this one here. Collect 1 passenger with 2 dark jelly cubes. These big giant purpley cubes, they're really fun. Collect 1 passenger from the discard pile. Drop the 2 dark jellies into the system. Although it's just drop them with everything else. Then when we play this, we have Mysterious Gravitational Forces. At the end of any turn in which a player lands on a planet, move the planet 3 links. 2 links when playing 4 players towards the nearest dark jelly. Colliding with dark jelly. Whenever any object touches dark jelly, including a ship, they immediately redrop that object and dark jelly. Yeah, so kind of cool. Pull stuff towards it, mess everyone up, so it'll redrop stuff. That's not as chaotic as it maybe could be, but it's definitely going to add some interesting elements to the game. Alright, then for Dungeon Drop, we have a new Dungeon Drop. Just add the huge monster to the deck. So we'll have the big monster picture in the back. We will have another jelly token. He has X health, where X is 4 plus 2 for each pillar within 1 length of the card. Unexplained force. Move to the closest 2 pillars 1 card length towards dark jelly. If any pillars are touching the dark jelly, redrop them outside the dungeon boundary. Scoring 6. That's kind of cool. So it pulls everything in. So it's like a gelatinous cube / black hole. That's pretty fun. Now, they do give us 3 of these. You can have 1 to put with your Dark Jelly in your Dungeon Drop game, and then the other 2 to put with Drop Drive. So you don't have to, like, go back and forth on figuring out where to go. So that's actually pretty cool there. Alright, so then the last thing we want to go over here are some of the promo cards that were available through various campaigns and other game stuff. So the first one we want to look at is the host. Now this is the original promo version that came out. It has a little promo spot in there. Then they remade it later like this, which has a big drop drive, has multi-pass. So the first one was like promo before the game was like really even out when they were still announcing it. This was after the Kickstarter, so it kind of remade it to make sure it looked more in line with everything else. Yes, it doesn't have a planetary symbol at the top. It just has that. But it is a passenger. So deliver to any planet, take 1 specimen from the discard pile. So Chrysalis. Then we get a new upgrade. We have Beaming Transporter Room. When your closest opponent player redrops cargo, you may collect 1. So some of these cards were available through the Board Game Geek store. I don't know if they're available now or if they'll be available in the future. They're during one of their big Kickstarter campaigns. So usually they add them later on if they have any available. So you can check there. Otherwise, I don't know if they'll offer them anywhere else. But yeah, that's cool. When your closest opponent plays redrops cargo, you may collect 1. That's neat. And then we have an extra ship upgrade. The Incubator, which has 3 Explorer, 5 Rocket Drive, 2 cargo spaces. Not as much cargo as the other one, but it has 3 specimen slots because it has 1 on the butt end that none of the other ones do. So this will actually be really good for specimen collecting. Alright, so that's what we have for all of the expansions and promos and everything that at least that I currently have. I'm sure they'll have more little things coming out here and there over time. Yeah, definitely. It's a very long video. Sorry for going on for so long, but yeah, come back, check out the last video where I kind of go through all the different storage options and how to put stuff in, and we'll see what we get from there. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you later. Bye.